video we will be talking and learning about jazz jumps. Before we start jumping, we need to make sure that our ankles and feet are nice and warm so we don't injure ourselves. So make sure you watch my warm up and stretch video before you start this one. Before we start doing some jumps, we need to think about an important part of jumping, which is using our plie to get as high as we can. So if you have done the warm up and stretch video, you would have done the jumping exercise. And I really want you to think about how you use your plie in those jumps so that we can make these jazz jumps even better. Before we start doing some jet A's, we're just going to think about the different preparations we can do for a jump. The main two preparations are a step-step or a gallop. For a step-step, it's as simple as it sounds. It's just a step-step into the jump. And then for the gallop, it's a step, we squeeze our legs together and shoot out ready for the jump. So if we look at that again, we're getting up as high as we can, another step. We're going to look at some jet A's doing both of those preparations. So let's start the run. We'll start with our foot pointed, run, big jump. And on the other side, same again. Now if we use a gallop, on the other side. When I do jet A's, I like to have my arms out like this with the opposite leg straight. So when you do your jumps, you can do those as well. Let's try some jet A's with some music.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the motion, love it.
Now that we've practiced those, we're going to learn a new way to angle those leaps. I like to call it a surprise leap, and we use the step-step version of preparation. So we start facing the side, and we do 2 runs to the side, and then we spring into the jet A forward. So if we were facing the other way, 2 runs to spring forward. Let's have a look at that. Let's do some of those with music.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of.
Now we're going to learn a new preparation which forms our turning jet A's. So we're going to start on the side, and we're simply going to step in a turning, and then jet A. And in these jet A's, it's nice to have a bent back leg. So you can either keep them straight or you can try with a bent back leg. So if we look at that again, step, and spring. Now on the other side, step, spring. I like to have my arms up in a nice shape like this when doing my turning jet A's as well. Let's try some of those with music.
Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make.
We can also do a roll out of a turning jet A, so we can try those as well. Simply, after we've done our jet A, we just tuck our leg behind and do a bum roll out of it. So if that was the other way, we've done our jet A, we tuck our leg behind, and we roll. Let's look at those with music.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat.
Now we're going to learn side jet A's. So for this one, we use a gallop preparation, except it's to the side. So we gallop to the side, step in front, and jump to the side. So if we think about our splits, a side jet A is just the middle split, instead of the other jet A's we've been doing, which are a front split. So if we look at that, it simply goes scallop, big jump. And to the other side, gallop, jump. Let's look at those with music. Now we're going to look at tilt jumps, which are a bit trickier than some of the other jumps we've been doing. So for this one, we're going to start facing the corner. We're going to do 2 runs, and we're going to do a jump where we tilt. So for this jump, we want to flick our up leg as high as we can, but also flick out our bottom leg. So we're making like a side split, but on a diagonal. So if we look at that, it's run, and putting our arms out and sort of leaning our body to the side. And on the other side, let's have a look at that with music. Now that we've learned all those jumps, we're going to learn a quick combo combining a few of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the corner. And we're going to do a run and a normal Jedi. After that Jedi, we're actually going to face the back to then go run, surprise leap to the front. After that, we're going to step back to then do our tilt jump. Let's look at that again. So we have run, Jedi, and surprise leap, and stepping back and tilt. So some of the directions and changes of direction can be a bit confusing. So just practice those pathways a few times before you try and do the actual jump. Let's have a look at the left. So for the left, we have run, Jedi, run, surprise, and stepping back, tilt. Let's try that with music.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion.
Thanks so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next one.